Hello, everybody. I'm Shashi. That's Tom. Welcome to In Our Humble Opinion. We're going to go over today a little different format. We're going to go over each our team's games. You know who we're fans of, the Ravens and the Packers, and then we're going to just do an overall thoughts about the league, and we'll probably get into the Aaron Rodgers situation as well. We might make that just one whole video, but this first one we're just going to go over the crazy game that was the Ravens versus the Bengals. Ravens ended up winning 41-38. Don't think they should have, but hey, I mean, sometimes I guess that's how the NFL works. They're usually on the other end of these games where they play better and then just lose it somehow. So it's nice to see them win one of these. But Tom, you know I'm going to take a minute, so you go ahead. You go first. I'll let you go first. Go ahead. It's going to be a minute.
Yeah, I mean, a win's a win in the NFL. It's
Yeah.
hard to win. Like, the Ravens did a lot of things right in that game.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing. They came back. It's kind of like the Ravens had the Bengals where they wanted them there. They could play from behind and, win the game. I really liked it overtime, Again, Derrick Henry just, letting that guy loose. I mean, Derrick Henry, the run game of the Ravens could be, historical.
Yeah.
If you start looking at the early season numbers and what they can do, and they need to keep giving that man the ball.
No. Not really.
I mean, also sometimes it takes a little bit of luck, like the throw where Lamar he fumbled the ball and he threw it up to Likely. Likely came back. What a play! I still kind of am confused how Likely hasn't in prior weeks hasn't gotten the ball even more.
Yeah, he
he's
catches
clearly
everything. Yeah.
He's clearly a difference maker type tight end. And he really does remind me of Antonio Gates. Dude, you gotta get the guy the ball. I don't really know. Sorry, Mark Andrews, but Likely can just go up and make plays.
He's better after the catch too. A lot better after the catch. He really is.
Yeah, he true. I love the comparison to he's an Antonio Gates type player. It doesn't mean he's the Hall of Famer Antonio Gates. Please don't take that out of context.
No. Because longevity's part of it too. You can be. You're saying right now he's playing that good, but doesn't mean he's going to do it for whatever 10 years. That's Antonio Gates. That's different. I get it.
Yeah. Defensively, look, the Bengals were backed up into a corner, right? Sometimes that's always the most dangerous team to play. And the Bengals needed this game. It is really hard to come back from 1-4. And the Bengals still are dangerous. They're probably one of the best 1-4 teams out there.
No, I agree. I think they have a real good shot because that offense.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Them two receivers.
Number one, I'm kind of I know Justin Jefferson's incredible, but you kind of look like what he did against Green Bay, even this week against the Jets. Dude, Jamar Chase against the Ravens, when it mattered, he was unbelievable.
Well, here's the thing.
Come on, guys. I would argue Chase is he might be the best receiver in the NFL.
This was a.
I always felt that way. He's just an incredible playmaker.
No, I agree. He's a weird build too because he looks small, but he's so tough. He reminds me of Steve Smith, right? They look tiny, but when they catch the ball, they're so hard to tackle. They're just slippery. It's really hard to hit them.
Yep.
It's really weird. It's like a tough.
Now he looks like he's fully healthy, but also, he really wants that money. Look, Cincinnati, you're stupid if you let that man walk.
Yeah, everyone's gonna pay him.
Everyone's gonna pay the man. Stop, Cincinnati for the look, Paul, the Browns, whatever. Stop being cheap.
No, it is
That's
dumb.
what gets you in this situation. You guys are so cheap, and I get it. You don't want to overpay guys, but this guy is incredible. Just stop being cheap. That's all I can say.
I agree.
Both defenses.
They had a rough day, yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough. You're gonna have those moments too. Again, those are two high-powered offenses. The Ravens.
That's what I was
Ravens
gonna.
made enough plays. Humphrey made that pick. I think Humphrey again, right place, right time, and Burrow. I don't know what he was thinking on that quick route, but hey, sometimes in those games, that's what you need, right?
No, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, it was a really entertaining game. You gotta love it. The big players made big plays when it mattered on both sides. People can say whether Ravens shoulda, coulda, woulda lost, but like they didn't. They found a way. McPherson missed a massive kick when it mattered to win it, and kickers are like lawyers.
That
When
snap
you
was
don't
bad
have
too.
one,
The snap was
it's a
bad too.
problem.
The snap was bad too. That was a terrible snap. The ball was like crooked.
Oh yeah, dude. He like rolled it back there.
Like what the fuck?
I was like, how did that happen?
Honestly, he did pretty good on that kick for
Let us go on it.
when he kicked how he kicked it. I don't even know how he got it that close. I thought he thought he was gonna kick the lineman in the back because that thing was like flat. Like you said, it was like flat on the ground. I don't even know how he kicked it.
Dude, it's like, did they spray Crisco on it?
Right. Oh my god.
Like, what happened?
Dude, you know on that sideline he was like, I'll take
Hey.
the blame, but bro, come on, bro. It's not like, come on.
Dude, you chop the NFL as a snap. I've never understood that. Like,
Yeah.
just snap the dang ball. Like, this
Yeah.
is literally what you train every day, thousands of reps. Like, anyways.
I mean, Tom,
Man, that's all. That's all I really got to say.
Tom, you made this
Time, man.
you made this easy for me because this is my problem with like making fun of the like defenses, especially when against the Bengals, right? As far as like playing their offense, I watched the whole game. Brandon Stevens did not do a bad job. He was all over T. Higgins. He kept catching every ball when he was like on his hip. The guy's got really good hands. T. Higgins ain't fast, but he is physical and catches everything. The guy has like some of the strongest hands I've ever seen. He does not drop one ball when a guy's like grabbing him. And the one he caught with he was like his arm was like through the ball, and he's just like, nope, sorry, buddy, first down. They were doing that every time. Be like 3rd and 8, stop route. Jumps in front of him first. I'm like, my God. I'm like, geez. It's like I want to blame the defense, but I also want to be like, you gotta give credit to, like Tom said, Jamar Chase was ridiculous. Like the guy was, oh my God, he caught a screen pass, slipped between like 3 people, and then just outran everyone. I'm like, my God. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? It was a crazy game, by the way. What I'm proud of with the Ravens is, like Tom said, we talked about it last week. Tom nailed it. This was their Super Bowl basically for this. They needed this win. They were going to come out and give you their best effort. And on defense, what happened for them is exactly what Tom said. Not saying they played well, but they were doing what the other teams that played the Ravens didn't do. They were like, hey, you're going to have to beat us throwing because we're going to stack this fucking box. And they were like, we're not letting you run. They blitzed like everybody. It was crazy. And Lamar, to his credit, and the team, their problem's been blowing leads. They kept coming back in this game. They could have gave up like 12 times. They were down 10 3 times in the 4th quarter. They came back every time. They could have just gave up every time. Touchdown. And not like just slow touchdowns. They needed quick scores. They got it every time. Charlie Kohler had like a 50-yard catch. Like, what? Dude runs like a turtle. I'm like, I don't even know I like him. Charlie's a good player. 3rd string tight end, blocking tight end. He just he on a seam route. That's like Tom said, that's where this offense can be historic in the fact that if you might have to pick your poison, and if Lamar and them are throwing like that, that's going to be tough because now it's like, oh, we're blitzing everybody to stop the run, and now he's throwing for 400 yards because we're sitting here playing 8 men in the box the whole game. And they finally use Zay the way I like that you use him on the sweep actions to get people to like confuse them. But you also have to use his ability to get downfield too, and they stopped doing that today. In that game, they started using him again on the little intermediate seam routes, stuff like that, and he was getting open. And like Tom said, Likely on that play, he's a monster. And that guy, if he gets his hands on it, it's probably a catch. The only one he didn't even drop it. The only one I've seen him this year where they knocked the ball out was the Raider game, and that game they should not have had a shot at the end. But he almost made like that 60-yard sideline catch that would have gave him a field goal chance, which is nuts. Good to see Tucker making a big kick when they needed it. So it looks like he's, maybe he's getting back to form because that was a hard kick. It's 56. With the wind blowing side to side, he hit it for the tie. That was really impressive. But the defense overall for Ravens, they're dragging it a little bit. Here's my issue. I thought about every game. The Chiefs game, first game of the year, they didn't play too bad. They gave him a shot at the end. They made the play. The Dallas game, they were good for most of the game, and when they started giving up points, it's because our offense couldn't get on the field because of the onside kick. They were basically tired. The Buffalo game, they played great. I mean, they gave up one play, and it's because Josh Allen made a great play. I'm not gonna hate on that, you know. I think they'll be okay. It's early. They just got Dean Pease back in to help consult on defense. Zach Orr is a young coordinator. This happened with the guy that left for Seattle, who was a tremendous coach. He had his first 5 games were kind of meh, and then he figured it out. You gotta let these guys learn. He's 34. I'm not going crazy yet. Let the guy do his thing. We got a lot of people that left too. You gotta let these young dudes learn too. Everybody chill. Bengals, like Tom said, hey, y'all are 1-4, but I guarantee you got a shot. And nobody wants to play them. If they're on their schedule, you're like, damn, we gotta play the Bengals. Fuck that, because you might lose. You probably will lose. But overall, fun game to watch. Usually a game the Ravens don't win, so that's nice that they got to win. And now we have the Commanders game coming up, which is going to be really fun. So, I mean, it's going to be a great watch this weekend at 1. That's all I'm going to say. What you think, Tom?
Heck yeah.
Next, what we're going to do the Packer game. We'll be back. So, as always, we'll tag. Likes are appreciated. Subscribe for more content.